I'd like to first start by saying that this isn't a review of Death Stranding. On the contrary, it's something that I've realized while playing the game. And though I haven't touched the game in some time, there's still something I'd like to say about it. You see, for a very long time, I've played video games to escape the monotony of real life. And that's a reality for a lot of people out there, isn't it? But no matter how invested I get into a game, life always brings me back to the issue at hand, and whether I like it or not, it makes me face it. Usually, it's through a series of events that unfold outside of the game. But this time around, it was a little different. At the beginning of 2019, I started posting here. First, it was just a couple of videos to make my friends laugh. Shit posts. And those are fine. I like doing those. They're fun, they're easy to make. But I wanted to make something more. I wanted to make something that I could be remembered by. This might be it, this might not be it. I don't know. I haven't done much here on YouTube to begin with. But there was a pivotal moment that I'd like to document one way or another. In the end of 2019, about in November, I was going through a rough patch. And usually when I go through a really rough patch like that, I'd like to invest myself into anything. Anything to keep my mind busy. I was always a person that liked to think about things, rather creatively or just otherwise. My mind was always racing with ideas. But when you're in that kind of mood, it's hard to get anything done. So instead, I just try to distract my mind from overthinking about the problem at hand. Now, I've already discussed these things before on the channel, so I won't go over them. But what I didn't realize is that instead of facing this problem from an outside view, life would turn around and throw me a curveball. So I picked up Death Stranding, thinking that I could escape the monotony and try to think of something different. At first, I couldn't really relate with any of the characters that were in the game, but the more I played, the more I felt close to Sam. I saw a person that was very annoyed with the world around him. I saw someone that was just doing his job and going through the motions and not really wanting to be part of something much bigger than himself. Not because he was being selfish, and someone could debate that it's very selfish in nature, but I feel he's been wronged by a lot of people. And throughout the story, my mind was thinking about all these things, and I felt them very close, in a way. And as I got closer to Sam, I just got more intrigued about the game, about the story. I was really liking it. It was keeping my mind busy for hours and hours on end, even though I was just aimlessly walking from one place to another. It wasn't a game that was particularly engaging in a way of combat, or it wasn't revolutionary in that sense. But it was different, and it's just what I needed at the right time. Until there was one point that made me realize that I was just not okay. I already knew that this was an actuality, that this was true. There was still a part of me that was neglecting it. There comes a time, every once in a while, where you're gonna have a moment where everything aligns, where everything just goes your way. And then there are moments where nothing goes your way. But that one tiny spark of hope just comes out of nowhere. And this one came in a form of a song. Now, Death Stranding's ambience is very somber in a way. You're very alone out there in the wilderness. For the most of the game, you're going to be alone, traveling from one place to another. And from time to time, you'll have some ambient music, some tracks, carefully selected to fit the mood of the game. And when this track came on, I don't know what hit me, but I listened in to everything it had to say, and I had to face that problem. For a long time, I've been keeping to myself about my problems and about a lot of things. And keeping a death grip, I was trying to meet up the expectations of people who've abused and done a lot of wrong to me and to the people around them. And in that moment, as I just let it go, I knew that I wanted to do something different. It's a surreal experience to have something like that. It's very eye-opening. Eye-widening. What am I doing? And I wish that other games could bring that kind of clarity to people. I know that this is just some kind of pretentious way of thinking, or I'm not sure how to articulate it. I already have a hard time piecing together a recording that makes sense. But it was important for me. I feel that without it, I'd still be stuck, not accepting who I really was, you know? And that's very important. I'm a small streamer. I like to stream. I like to share things with people. I like to bring joy to people. But I never thought about mine. I never thought about what made me happy. I never really cared. Because at the end of the day, if I made someone else happy, everything would be fine. But it wasn't. And Death Stranding made me face that fact. That said, I have some unfinished business with a certain game. You know what I'm saying? As much as I would like to just leave it behind, it made such an emotional impact that I kind of want to see it through. Just in time for the release date on PC. So I'll be streaming this game on its release, or as soon as I can. I'll leave links in the descriptions below. You can join us if you'd like. Company is always nice, especially when you're going on a really long road trip, you know?
Perfect timing.